signing a number of players. Does this mean the change, despite winning the Nedbank Cup last season, but does this mean the change of fortunes in Kaizer Chiefs' terms?
Well, this means that it's a new season. You know, we've seen fortunes change last season with winning the Nedbank Cup. What's exciting is this new season. We're preparing for the season and excited about the possibilities and making sure that we're ready. Excited to launch the jersey today. Home, which is going back to our heritage in terms of the classic collar, which we haven't had since we've united with Kappa. So very excited about that. Something very bold and strong. The sleeves really giving us that African print that says we're ready to be on the continent and to fight for everything on the continent. And then obviously going with the grey and gold. You know, we haven't done grey in a long time, and looking at something that's very much on the combat side, but also to say that the jersey is not just about playing. It represents. It represents in the cultural streets of South Africa, in the African streets on the continent, and just is built within the lifestyle space as well. So very excited about the new kit and looking forward to the players playing in it in the Toyota Cup this weekend.
You've just come back from the Netherlands. How would you sum up the pre-season tour in terms of success on the pitch, or what you guys were looking to get out of it?
A very, very exciting pre-season that we had. I must say, first of all, a great space to be in for the team to really strategize, and really for the coaches and the players to really blend and connect. Apeldoorn, very beautiful space, quiet and serene, but also for the types of teams we played, great competition. Very important that we expose our team to good flight football, and very excited about the work that was done. I think it was a great opportunity for the new guys to kind of integrate, and also for our youth team, our youth players, should I say, who came in and I think really showed that they're hungry. You know, they've got that hunger in them coming out of the development and wanting to be in the senior team. So it was really great for the team to really integrate and engage, and I think it was very successful in terms of the playing style being looked at, playing model being looked at, and just really for the technical team to get some work done.
Talking of the youth, Thulani Mabaso has been the talk of the town, mainly on the so-called social media. And also on the same web, people have already started doubting the new signing, Flavio Silva, comparing him to Gonzalez. What could be your take on that?
Well, my take on the players is, you know, this is pre-season. You know, players have to be given a chance, whether they're coming from the youth or they're coming from other teams or other places. It's important to be given the chance to really get to know the team, get to play with the different players they're playing with. So I think our supporters need to give it time, you know. The proof is in the pudding. Let the players go on the pitch and do the work as the season progresses.
Okay, and, I mean, Saturday's Toyota Cup, how are the preparations going? What's been the response? Any update in terms of ticket sales?
Very excited about the response. We had a team go to Ghana, and thank you to the legends and Anthony for welcoming us. Thank you to Stanton and Nombeti, they really represented us well. Asante, just great hosts in Ghana. Very excited to have them here, playing at KZN in Durban at the Moses Mabhida Stadium on Saturday, the 26th of July. I think it's going to be a bumper game, you know. First of all, we have our Legends game, as is customary with the Toyota Cup, the Legends, Kaizer Chiefs Legends, and we have a nice team that's been assembled. And obviously the KZN Legends, who said they've been training, for 6 months. So looking forward to that clash of legends happening, and that game will happen before the main attraction. And again, just club football taking center stage, two African teams that have a great history, pedigree, and we're excited. And I know the Ghanaian supporters are really traveling supporters, so we look forward to hosting them there as well. Preparations are great. I think it's a great platform for the coaches again to test the players, and I think coming out of the pre-season tour, there's a lot of exciting combinations that the coach will play with, and we're looking forward to a really great game in our home away from home. So I'm encouraging supporters to come through, purchase their tickets. Hospitality tickets are on sale as well, and to come and have a great day of football before the season starts.
Just to go back on the overall the European tours. It was the second one in a row now. What's different about it logistically? How much does it take also to organize it? Dipping into the pockets or the sponsors also helping?
No, lovely to be able to have the preseason tour and to be able to go to Europe. Obviously, it's a big expense and important for us to work with our sponsors and partners to make it happen, but very important for us. I think it exposes the team to good teams they play against, but also important to grow our brand. You know, I don't know if people saw on the social media how many supporters came through. All our games were sold out. We have a lot of supporters in the world, and I'm grateful to the supporters who came through. People traveled from Manchester, people traveled from Berlin, everywhere across Europe to come and see the team. We had a young boy, Simpiwe, who met Spurs Shabalala when he was young, met him again here at the village, came with his mom all the way just to come and see the team. So it really was wonderful. So it's great not only for the playing team and the technical team, but also for building the Chiefs brand. And I'm just very excited about building that across the world. So a very important one for us.
Just a few days ago, we saw the conferring of the chairman. Maybe if you could just talk to us maybe about that moment, and also just someone who knows him as well as you do, and just his contribution to South African football as well as the Kaizer Chiefs brand.
Oh, it was a very emotional and significant moment to see him conferred, particularly at Wits University, a university that has been instrumental in driving change, transformation in this country and speaking up, but also for commerce, for being an entrepreneur, for changing the football landscape and the business of football here in South Africa. So very proud of him, and thank you to Wits for honoring him. It was very emotional for us as a family, you know, it was a pity we couldn't be there, but having worked behind the scenes with the university, I want to thank them for really empowering him and allowing his voice and his legacy to really live on, you know. And I think what he said was very, very significant, you know, encouraging entrepreneurship here in South Africa. That's what's going to change our country. That's what it's going to take us forward. But also I think the importance of our league being strong, our league having teams that are formidable, and having the right investment in making sure that our clubs are sustainable. So congratulations to him, and thank you to Wits for honoring him.
Sis Jess, back to the team and the preparations going into the new season. What could be your mandate this coming season? Going to Africa and playing in, apart from the MTN8, you are playing in all the other tournaments, including Africa. What's the mandate from the team, from the management, the board, to the technical team and the players? What do you want to achieve in 2025-2026 season?
We want to achieve complete success. That's the vision. That's where we're going. That is the language we're speaking. That's how we're walking. That's how we're talking. That's how we're behaving. It's all about success. And that's very important. And that's throughout this entire building, you know. And we're saying to our supporters they need to walk that journey with us. But every competition, every game, every situation is about winning and making sure we're successful. And doing it well, doing it the Chiefs way.
Speaking of that, obviously it's the Toyota Cup. Last year didn't end up with a win for Chiefs. How important is it this year that Chiefs make a statement with a win against Kotoko in terms of, I know it's only a preseason match, but in terms of going forward?
No, it's very important for us to win the Toyota Cup. It's our preseason tournament. It also stamps our authority in terms of how we want the season to start. Obviously, we're meeting tough competition. You know, we didn't make it easy for ourselves, and we're making sure that we're playing a team that is hungry. We're playing a team that's also going to be in the Confed Cup, and we want to make sure that we do well. So our troops are going out there for combat. They're going out there to represent the jersey and make sure that we can really reclaim our spot in African football.
It seems like you are giving back to the fans more this preseason window, because given the fact that you went with 5 supporters to the Netherlands, there's also a possible person that can win a car in the Toyota Cup, in the Super Sport bet, win a home. Why that link, having to say that this is something that we're not doing for our supporters?
Giving back to our supporters is fundamental for us. They are the lifeblood of who we are as Kaizer Chiefs. So certainly making sure that they're part of the experience is important. And I must thank Vodacom for their Zamaya campaign. The supporters from South Africa came with another energy to Netherlands. It was so wonderful to host them. And yes, with Toyota Cup, very important again this year, someone will win a car. So I'm saying get your tickets and make sure that you enter the competition. And yes, SuperSport Bet also making sure that we can change someone's life. You know, someone can win a home. That's important for us. Our supporters give a lot, and we want to make sure that they're part of getting something back. So thank you to our sponsors also for making sure that they work with us to make sure supporters get more out of it.
Is there any progress with the women's team? Just
There's certainly been a lot of progress with the women's team. We are excited to say we have a very strong relationship with the Spring Sweepers, which we've had for some time now. They are our partner in women's football. We're engaging with them all the time. I'm so excited to see our supporters now going to games and supporting this young team. They're young, they're passionate. And I want to thank Mr. Mkonza. You know, he's done great work coming from the Chiefs family in women's football, and we felt that was the right space to be. That's where we wanted to give back. Also to give back to Springs, you know, we have a good support base in Springs. So we're excited. We're very excited, and we will be working with them very closely and I'm encouraging supporters to go and support women's football. I mean, I've just come back earlier a few weeks ago from the opening of the WAFCON. The game is changing. Wonderful to see Banyana obviously fighting it out. And I'm just saying, let's support the game, and we will play our part as well as Kaizer Chiefs.
And just to continue on that, is it just about to start? What is the long-term plan? Maybe getting full involvement? Yeah.
Oh, certainly. I mean, I think we're starting now our full participation with them, but certainly long-term to really be entrenched with them, to make sure that we also have a pathway in women's football. We're starting in the Sasol League. Obviously, Hollywood Bets League is something that we're looking at as well. But again, want to do it right and working with the right people, the right partnerships. But certainly there's a much bigger strategy.
And just still on this partnership, what exactly is it? Supplying them with balls, kit, that kind of thing. Like maybe if you can just share.
It's full-on support. It's supporting them commercially, supporting them in terms of equipment, in terms of what they need, administration. We actually have a combined administration team that's working with them to make sure now that they can operate a certain way. So we're not just sitting on the sidelines. You know, we're making sure that we're fully engaged with them.
Yeah, just there's a matter of the boys from Cape Town Spurs. What's the latest, and why is it important for Chiefs to follow that?
I think what's important is that we are in the business of doing things in a way that's not going to interfere with other clubs. We want to follow certain procedures, and that relates to any other players that we're looking at. So we're taking a very professional approach in terms of integrating and bringing players into the team. So we'll make sure that we only make announcements when the time is right. So watch the space, but certainly we can't be engaging on players who are still with teams or are still contracted. Once there are any changes, we'll make the announcements.
Is there a legal process underway?
There's just a process, and that process will be followed, and once that process is done, we'll make an announcement.
Maybe just to follow up on that, there is a video that is going viral on social media. Maybe you can take us through that, because we haven't seen an announcement from the club.
I can't speak to anything right now until the club makes announcements.
Just, one from me. You've got players from Orlando Pirates in this game. Maybe take us through the process. I know it involves even other players in terms of, you know, their appraisals at the village. Obviously, they come from a totally different culture. Pirates now they are, now they are with the Amakosi. Just, you know, that process, how you.
Well, any player who comes to Chiefs goes through an induction, gets to understand the Chiefs culture, both at a footballing level as well as at a marketing and commercial level. So there's a process that we follow, and we make sure that that's aligned. And obviously, we're a very welcoming organization. You know, we bring the players in and make them feel at home. So that process is ongoing.
There were some players last season that said there was a little bit of tough to adjust. With many home games being played away from FNB Stadium. Are you guys going to continue that trend of playing at Mabhida, Mitamokaba as some home games this season?
We definitely are a national brand, so you know the country is our home. So definitely we'll be playing at FNB Stadium, but we certainly will be playing in Mabida. You see now us playing the Toyota Cup there on Saturday. And then we'll look at playing our other home games as well in other parts of the country. We also have the opportunity to play elsewhere for our CAF games. In CAF certified stadiums. Certainly the balance of travel versus having a base here in FNB will be managed.
Last one. Thank you. Going. Thank you, members of the
Thank
media.
you. Shame, poor Lorenzo, he couldn't get a word in edgeways.
Yeah.